Hello again, I am back again with another video, and this video I will be talking about giving tips on how to write a paragraph. Some people have commented on my video. The first writing vlog that I did, it got over 100 views or more, and some of them commented their books, and I was reading, and your books are cool, I really like them. But over some of the time that I've been reading Wattpad, I'm not speaking specifically about the books that were stated below in the comments, but some books that I have explored through the app and said I'm gonna try, I really have it's not sitting right with me. So I decided to make this video to kind of put it out there, so if someone comes across it who happens to be a writer on Wattpad or is thinking about it, then this is the video for you. So on this paper I have 7 tips on how to construct a chapter or an episode, whatever you call it, for your Wattpad story, and I have it on some paper right here, and I'm just gonna read it and explain and even talk about some of these issues that I have myself, because I'm not perfect. I am still a amateur like most of you. Limit the number of words. Yes, that is true. I used to have this problem as well. I used to have chapters that are almost 3,000 words, and I realized that it really gets the reader tired of reading this long epistle. And I went to a writing workshop, not Wattpad or anything, but I went to a writing workshop once, and they said that when you're writing, you're not going to make it too short that it's missing elements that are important, but you're just going to make it really concise. So when I was writing, someone commented and said, I like how your chapters are short and get to the point. Thank you. That was a huge growth for me, because one time, sweetie, there was a time that my chapters were a whole book of the Bible. It was so long. So usually I limit my words to 1,000 words to 1,005 words. 1,005 words is my limit, the extreme limit, but I've managed to get everything in 1,000 words. Limit the use of these words or these phrases. He said, she said, he, she, him, her, and the. Yes, I had the he said, she said, this syndrome. I was and he said, and she said, and the, and the, and the, and the, and the, and the, and the. I was, that was me. It was just too much. So don't have the he said, she said syndrome like me, and limit the words. Are they pronouns or proper nouns? I think they're pronouns. He said, she said, and all those words, so limit those. Make your chapter clear on what perspective, either first person or third person. So explaining the perspectives, that you read books and you see points of views. Well, you have the first person where the person is talking about themselves, you're seeing it through their eyes, and the third person is the narrator. Like me, someone is telling the story. So that's what my book is in, my story on Wattpad. That's what my story is in, a third person. Some people might mix their story. Sometimes they have first person, sometimes they just switch up to third person. So when you're gonna switch, don't switch it in the same chapter. Switch it in different chapters, but make it clear, put it on the top. For instance, your story is about Amarley, and you're gonna say Amarley's POV or Amarley's point of view just before you begin to detail the chapter. When writing a dialogue, add it in a different line. Do not add it to the previous paragraphs. Yes, when I was in English class, this was taught to me for comprehension. When you're writing like dialogues, you move away from the previous paragraph that you're writing it and start a new line, and that is where you write your dialogue. You get what I'm saying? There will be like a screen recorder of showing exactly what I'm talking about, so knock yourself out. Add paragraphs in chapters. Oh, don't write this one big jumble of 1,000 to 1,005 words. You gotta put some space in between them. Make some paragraphs to make it easier and more appealing to read. Because I've read some that it's just this one huge paragraph, and it really gets to me. I just feel like, oh, I cannot be bothered. And I'm saying, if I'm saying that, someone else might be saying that. Spell check problems, which is one of my biggest downfalls. I hate it so much. I have grammatical errors. Like, I be writing something, and even when I go over it, sometimes I overlook the problem, or sometimes the phone, like when I'm typing, I have spell check problems when I'm typing on my phone, but I don't have spell check problems when I'm typing on my computer. And sometimes I'm not available to always have my computer out and type. Sometimes I'll just be on my phone and just do a quick chapter. So I advise that even if there are like your readers will able to have context clues, but you're supposed to read over your story. Go over, even if it's already published, then you just click edit and you go over and change what you need to change, and then it will just basically change in the published version. And then for new readers or previous readers, it will be correct. You know what I'm saying? It won't give a notification that it has been changed in Wattpad, but for new readers coming in, it would be a perfect book. And a lot of writers have this. Sometimes you see books on Wattpad and they say not edited, meaning they have paragraphs, but it's up to you if you want to read it, because they still have to go back and change some of those grammatical errors. And it's okay, we're humans and we're all just starting out. Final tip: enjoy writing your chapter and get into it, and encourage others to keep reading. Like sometimes, like even in my book, you might see at the end of the chapter I may put like a few dots or underscores, and then under that you see words in bold where I do a little note like, thank you for reading this far, please continue, so you're supposed to enjoy your book and encourage others to keep reading. You don't have to, it's not mandatory, it's not a thing, because in published books that you get at the store, you don't see those at the end of chapters. So those are 7 tips that I've given how to really do your chapters or your parts or episode on your Wattpad book for amateur writers like me. So thank you for watching. See you guys in my next video. And again, my storybook is out. It's called Oh My Mature Woman. The link is down in the description. Check it out. Show me some love. Vote on those stories. Vote on those chapters. Comment. Tell me how you like it. And get back.